Okay, let's speak to Osama Nazzal, who's a Palestinian affairs analyst joining us from Jenin in the occupied West Bank. Osama, before you give us a more professional analysis, do you mind telling us a little bit of your personal perspective about how you and your family over the years have interacted and used the services of NGOs?
First, Happy New Year to you, Adnan, to your colleagues, and to the viewers of TRT. As you know, that the Israeli occupation is working according to a clear systematic policy of impoverishment of the Palestinian people and allowing the Palestinian people no outlet or means of livelihood, as it decimated the Gaza Strip. Gaza now without a political system, without any official structure that can run the daily affairs of the Palestinian people there. And so it depends 100% on these organizations that are contracted or they are part of the United Nations. The situation in the West Bank, and as you know, Israel is targeting also the official body, the Palestinian Authority, which has been unable and without the financial capacity even to pay the public sector employees, its own employees for years and years, or to pay for the companies and the suppliers of the government. So the Palestinian people dependence on the United Nations and on the international humanitarian organizations is very high. Now, Israel is crippling this international system in order to assure that the Palestinians will continue to live in a state of poverty, as there will be no organizations to employ the Palestinian university graduates and no organizations to help the Palestinian families. And we are not talking about ordinary families. We are talking about families living in tents under the worst weather conditions these days. So imagine how their life looks like. I'm a Palestinian. My family is a Palestinian. And what the Palestinians in the West Bank are living it through, we are living it through. You can't leave your village to the city or to your place of work without this Israeli closure system that makes life almost impossible.
If the Palestinians don't have the resources to fill the gaps themselves, there will obviously need to be a very concerted, international, coordinated movement to fill the gap. Do you have the confidence that the UN can lead that process? Not a single UN agency is banned. We know that UNRWA doesn't have any contact with the Israeli government. That's the Israeli government's decision. But no UN agency is actually banned from working in Gaza or the occupied territories.
Yeah, that is the problem, Mr. Adnan, that the Palestinians, the Palestinian Authority, the Palestinian government, or any other Palestinian body, they don't have any form of sovereignty over the resources or even over the freedom of movement. For example, if the Palestinian government has a plan to fill the gap in Gaza, it won't have access to Gaza because Israel is still refusing any intervention or any access to the Palestinian Authority in Gaza. Here in the occupied West Bank and Jerusalem, the Palestinian revenues are fully controlled by the Israeli Ministry of Finance, the Minister of Finance, Smotrich, and the Israeli government is withholding the Palestinian tax revenues, which represent 65% of the Palestinian Authority budget, which means that the Palestinian Authority is financially crippled and it can't even provide the basic items of life for its employees and for its people. I'm not talking about the companies and the private sector that is also dependent on the Palestinian Authority. So we are talking about a full Israeli siege, full Israeli restrictions, full Israeli system of closure, which has one aim: to impoverish and to starve the Palestinian people to carry out its colonial policy, which is that the Palestinians, mainly the young people, to have no means of livelihood and in the end think of leaving their country and their homeland.
Osama Nazzal, thank you so much for the analysis and also Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.